Come with us this time as we stay in a traditional Irish castle hotel, which unusually though can be found within the city of Dublin. It certainly looks the part, but will it live up to its counterparts in the Irish countryside? So we stay in a room fit for a queen, we drink in a bar named after knights, and feast like kings in an award-winning restaurant. However, will it be crowned the most unusual place we've stayed in Dublin? So come with us to explore this characterful hotel in the Emerald Isle. We stayed at Clontarf Castle Hotel in January, and although we arrived in the early evening, as was winter, it was already dark, which made for an atmospheric arrival, but rest assured we will take you around in the morning so you can appreciate it in the daylight. And upon arrival you are met by this imposing gatehouse before heading up the long driveway to the castle itself. The castle is located in the northeast of Dublin, only about 15 minutes from the city centre, and also only 5 miles from the international airport, plus is close to the picturesque Cliffs of Howth if hiking is your thing. I must say the castle is definitely more dramatic and impressive when arriving at night with the floodlights leading up to the original Tower Keep, which very much is the centrepiece of the vaulted atrium where you will find the reception, where you would usually check in. However, as I had been working, Lorraine had already beaten me here, so I could get a quick turnaround before heading out to enjoy dinner in this fantastic setting. And like any self-respecting castle, it is adorned with suits of armour, tapestries, and lots of other historic touches to give you the authentic castle experience. So the hotel is made up of a number of different buildings as the castle has evolved over the ages. There has been a castle on the site since 1172, and the current reincarnation you see today dates back to 1837. The original castle keep takes centre stage in the lobby, though has limited functional hotel space within it. You will find the bars and restaurants and the castle extensions that have a more stately home feel. And then all of the guest rooms are located in a more modern wing connected to the atrium. The translation of Clontarf is Meadow of the Bull, hence the statue paying homage at reception, and along with the illuminated wall of antique keys, you will find numerous quirky touches throughout the whole hotel. So before heading up to the room, it seemed only fitting to take a quick explore, and the quirky character of this hotel becomes even more apparent. And circling round into the castle keep, you will find a private room for hire, buried in the castle walls. This is very popular for afternoon tea, but has also become a prime location for surprise wedding proposals. It's here you can really appreciate the thickness of the original castle walls and more decorative touches to bring the historic ambience to life, as there are no shortage of suits of armour scattered throughout the hallways of this castle. Returning to the central atrium, this shows how they have blended the history of the site with modern design, such as the ornate decoration on the atrium. Now rest assured we will show you the room in the morning. However, now heading down to dinner, you can see that the accommodation wing is modern and no hotel rooms are actually located in the castle itself. So to manage expectations, this does not mean you will actually sleep in a castle keep. However, on the positive side, all the rooms come with the modern amenities you would expect that were distinctly lacking centuries ago. Now, if that is the experience you are seeking, there are no shortage of establishments deeper into the Irish countryside. However, the unique feature of Clontarf Castle Hotel is its proximity to the city centre, which means you can experience all that Dublin has to offer whilst in a historic setting. Castle and the staff.
Just finding where the drinking hole is.
Lead the way.
I will.
And it's worth noting as we head up the stairs, ahead of us is the Indigo Lounge, which was not open during our visit as more of a private event space. However, it is open on Sundays during the daytime for a traditional carvery. We, though, were off to the aptly named Night Bar for a pre-dinner aperitif, which is split over two sides and also serves food, but with a more informal gastro-style pub menu. Liking it?
Yep.
Get used to living in a castle?
Yes, I could, definitely.
Apart from the drafts. What you got?
Cheers. A bramble.
Moving round to the other side of the bar, you find it decorated with even more ornate carvings, which along with all the wooden floors and panelling, chandeliers and open fireplaces, immerse you in the historic vibes of this great setting. So it was now time for us to head up to the restaurant, up this impressive staircase, complete with a pair of thrones. As we were saying on a Sunday evening, we got an off-peak deal, including dinner and breakfast, which is served in Fahrenheit.
She's off. She's obviously hungry.
This more upscale and award-winning restaurant has secured its second AA rosette.
Hi.
But equally impressive was the striking decor, with the vaulted ceiling, wooden beams and stained glass windows. And was the perfect setting to celebrate a romantic meal. After all, when staying in a castle, the wife needs to be treated like a princess. So to start, I went for the scallops, whilst Lorraine went for the beetroot salad with goat's cheese. And although was tempted by the venison, thought might be a bit too much, as we both went for the Hereford beef sirloin for our mains, with roasted vegetables. And then for dessert, winter wine fruits and Paris breast with praline. What was that, babe?
Oh my god, amazing. Really, really good, actually.
Absolutely fantastic, wasn't it? But listen, I think we've done our usual and we've actually managed to clear the joint. Look at that. No one wants to be around us anymore. Which was our cue to head to bed, so we can show you around in the morning. So our room was a junior suite with a 4-poster bed and was located on the top floor with the vaulted ceilings. Now I must in advance apologise for the quality of the room tour. Our usual GoPro was out of action and due to my late arrival was delegated to the wife, who shall I say is a little less accustomed to filming them. So without the extra wide lens has made it pretty near impossible to stabilise the footage. This was also compounded by a rather compact bathroom, which although well appointed, did seem a little bit out of proportion to the rest of the room. The reason we booked the junior suite was to secure the 4-poster bed. After all, we were staying in a castle. Some of the executive rooms, the category below this, also come with a 4-poster bed, but believe cannot be guaranteed and would have to be requested, as it does appear that some of the rooms vary quite greatly within the same category. Overall, we were happy with the room, though suspect the sloping roof, which was great for window seats, restricted the size of the bathroom. Now it was time to head to breakfast, which gave us a great opportunity to see the vaulted atrium flooded with natural light, and found a different route to the restaurant on the first floor via these courtyard gardens. So if you're enjoying this video, do check out others on our island playlist, and we please ask that you hit that like and subscribe buttons. It really helps us support this channel and will enable us to bring you even more videos in the future. Breakfast was served buffet style in Fahrenheit restaurant, and the quality and variety of food was of a good standard, and everything you needed for a hearty Irish breakfast. So, suitably set up for the day, it was time for a quick tour of the hotel to show you the venues from the previous evening, but in the daylight hours. Returning first to the night's bar on the ground floor. Made it easier to appreciate all the fine details of this characterful room. And the carvings behind the bar, which the largest depicts the Battle of Clontarf, but more about that shortly. And next door you will also find the Indigo Lounge, which has a more contemporary feel, however is not open on a routine basis aside from Sunday daytimes. Now both bars also share an outside terrace, which would be a great spot on a summer's day, however was closed down for the winter. Now moving around the exterior of the castle, you can see the exterior entrance for the Knight's Bar and Fahrenheit restaurant, and then round to the main entrance and Tower Keep itself. And it's no surprise that this hotel is incredibly popular with wedding parties. So now heading back into the main lobby, this time with the benefit of daylight, you can really appreciate the detail of all the various antiques and artifacts on display. The reception has a whole different feel about it during the daytime hours, being such a light and airy space, though must admit I do feel it is much more atmospheric arriving in the evening, though in the daytime you do notice a lot more details, such as these trapeze artists on the drapes, the detail on the tapestries, and either what could be grouse or pheasant hanging from the balcony on the castle keep. Whatever your preference, you can't fail to be impressed by this unique setting. If you also check out the walls, you'll find these paintings that document and date the history and evolution of this castle and how much it has changed over the centuries. Just off the lobby, and if not in use, you will also find the Great Hall with this impressive artwork depicting the Battle of Clontarf in 1014. It's these historical touches blended with modern architecture which makes Clontarf Castle Hotel such a unique place to stay. It's worth noting, although the hotel has a gym, it does not have any spa or pool facilities, and may not be the scale of other Irish estates such as Ashford Castle. However, is much more affordable in comparison, and its proximity to the city centre means you can combine a stay with Dublin and a castle into a single trip.
So, brought the ladyship to a castle, so I thought it was only fitting that we end this by putting her on her throne. And not the one in the
Where I
bathroom.
belong.
High maintenance here. So, Clontarf Castle, thoughts?
It's quirky, but very, very decorative. Really, really good. It's, I don't know, it's got a mixture of modern and the old.
Yeah, I mean, tons and tons of character. You know, basically lots of suits of armour, various things like that. Absolutely great experience, very, very unique. Very close to the city centre. It was a bonus, literally 10-15 minutes in a cab you were here. As I said before, is it really a true castle? We weren't saying in a castle keep room, but you know what, still well worth it.
But it still had lots of character.
definitely. So, thumbs up for Clontarf. And the food was absolutely incredible as well.
Really good.
Our meal in Fahrenheit restaurant last night, Mattiaso, absolutely brilliant. So, there we go.
So we hope you've enjoyed this video, and if so, please like and subscribe, and check out our other videos including our island playlist. Thanks again for watching, and hope to see you again soon.